Military airstrike kills 30 terrorist kingpins, fighters in Borno. Federal government declares April 7th National Day. Nasarawa state government bans ethnic vigilante group. And on the foreign scene, Cameroon opens museum honoring one of its oldest and most influential kingdoms. Hello, welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Lilian Ogazi. Now the news. The air component of Operation Hardin Kai has executed a precision airstrike on the hideout of ISWAP terrorists, killing over 30 of their fighters within Koleram village along the shores of Lake Chad. In a statement signed by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force on Tuesday in Abuja, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gabwet, the airstrikes conducted on April 13th were a decisive blow against terrorism in the Northeast. He said the operation yielded significant success in the battle damage. Assessment post-strike conducted revealed the neutralization of over 30 terrorists. Gabwet said that among those neutralized were some senior commanders of the insurgents, including Ali Dawood, Bakura Fajul, and Malam Ari. Still on security, the troops of the Nigerian Army on counter-terrorism and insurgency operations in Benue State have thwarted a kidnapping attempt in the Zakibiam local government area of the state. The kidnappers had stormed Zakibiam town, but the prompt arrival of the troops following a distress call from a member of the community prevented them from abducting residents. A statement on Monday by the Director, Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Wachuku, said the troops successfully thwarted the kidnap attempt in Benue State after a gun duel. He noted that one of the kidnappers was killed during the shootout. Troops across the various theaters of operation had rescued a total of 133 kidnapped citizens last week. Now, away from security issues, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has declared April 7th as the National Police Day. He made the declaration through Vice President Kashim at the Maiden Award and Commendation event organized by the Nigerian Police Force in Abuja on Monday night. Delivering the president's speech titled Courage Under Fire, a bouquet for our police force, Vice President Shettima said at a time in Nigeria's history when the nation's security architecture is being stretched beyond elastic limits, the citizens have been able to endure the face of security threats as well as attacks on their lives and livelihood due to the commitment of the police. He noted that his administration had been unequivocal about its resolve to transform the Nigerian police force into a modern, professional, and accountable institution that mirrors the aspiration and values of the nation. The president listed part of the comprehensive reforms by his administration to rejuvenate the police force to include investment in training and capacity building. According to him, this will ensure that police officers are equipped with the knowledge, skills, values and expertise required to tackle the complex challenges of modern policing, assuring that the government will upgrade equipment and technology to enhance the operational effectiveness and efficiency of the force. Meanwhile, the Nasarawa state government has proscribed all ethnic vigilante groups operating in the state. A statement obtained on Tuesday said the state government has equally directed ethnic vigilante groups affected by the order to hand over their uniforms and weapons to the State Commissioner of Police within 2 weeks. Citing the powers vested in him via Section 97A of the Penal Code, as well as other relevant laws, Governor Sule said he acted on the advice of the State Security Council and has banned the Fulani ethnic vigilante group known as Kungiya Zaman Lafia Basa Vigilante Group, as well as the Egon Vigilante Group. Through Executive Order No. 1 of 2024 signed by the governor and issued, the Nasarawa state government also banned any other association, movement organization, or society affiliated with the group operating under the guise of ethnic vigilante. Now moving over to Akwa Ibom State, where the High Court sitting in Uyo has ordered the arrest of one Itoro Monde Uko in Ikodekpene local government area of the state for contempt of court. Itoro Uko is said to have abandoned his wife and only child, a 2-year-old girl, in the village to live with his girlfriend in Ikodekpene town. The presiding judge, Justice Ntong, gave the order after hearing counsel for the applicant and mother of the child, Barrister Ekom Friday Iwang, following the absence of the condemnor and his counsel. The applicant, a private school teacher from Nkpateni local government area, told the court that apart from neglecting his responsibilities as a father in providing for the needs of his child, the respondent also refused to refund the loan of 200,000 naira she collected for her husband to fix his car since March 2022. Justice Ntong granted the order and commanded Akwa Ibom State Commissioner of Police and Divisional Police Officer Ikodekpene Division to cause the arrest and detention of Itoro Monday Uko and produce him in court on Thursday, April 25th, 2024 for hearing. Meanwhile, the chairman of the House Committee on Rules and Business, Francis Waive, said amendment of the Nigerian Police Act to accommodate state police would take 2 years. Waive also said the House of Representative Committee on Constitution Review planned to meet with state governors, traditional rulers, and leaders of faith-based organizations in June on the state police bill. The police bill, sponsored by Kalu and 14 others, passed the second reading on February 20th, 2024. The Constitution amendment process is expected to run from January 2024 to December 2025, according to the work plan unveiled by the Committee on Constitution Review, chaired by the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu. In fulfillment of his campaign promises, the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Umo Eno, has authorized the immediate release of 1.4 billion naira for further payment of gratuities. This was revealed in the press statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ekerete Udo, on Tuesday. According to the statement, a breakdown of the payment showed that a total of 900 million naira was allocated for retired civil servants and 500 million naira was earmarked for retired primary school teachers. Statement added that this gesture will undoubtedly help retirees cushion the harsh effects of the current economic situation in the country. The former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, has alleged that the federal government has resumed full fuel subsidy payment and it's spending 8 trillion naira monthly since President Tinubu took over office. He disclosed this at a workshop at Musa Usman Secretariat in Maiduguri during a capacity workshop with the theme Enhancing Skills of Government Officials in Policy Implementation and Productive Human Resource Management. The former Kaduna State governor commended the federal government for removing subsidy but faulted its implementation. He described Governor Zulum's style of rebuilding and restoring the economic values of Borno as a testament of good governance.
People are not happy with the federal government. People want their destiny in their hands. People want more power devolved to the states and to the local governments so that they can solve their local problems. People want state police. I think it was Bono that started civilian JTL. That was the first time that a handle on solving the security problems began to emerge. Only a local person knows who is the local criminal. As Asiwaju announced withdrawal of fuel subsidy on 29th. But believe it or not, fuel subsidy is back. So we are spending more on subsidy now, about 8 trillion than before 29th, because we realize that you cannot withdraw fuel subsidy if your exchange rate is not stable. You just have hyperinflation, so they have to relax. So no policy is cast in stone. It's not the policy. If you start implementing and there are problems, modify it, drop it, reverse it.
This is news update coming to you from Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Abuja residents decry poor electricity supply and billing. More news when we return. Do stay. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is news updates on Trust TV. Now let's take a look again at our top stories. Military airstrike kills 30 terrorists, kingpins, fighters in Borno State. Federal government declares April 7th National Day. Now moving on, fears and apprehension continue to haunt many vulcanizers operating in Owerri, the state capital of Imo State, following the sudden death of one of their own. The tragic incident occurred while the vulcanizer was repairing a tipper's tire at his workshop along Aba Road in Naze, Owerri North local government area of the state. Trust TV's Ajibade Praise tells us more in this report.
Despite its seemingly million nature, the roadside vulcanizing, like many other occupations, carries its own set of hazards and risks. Without proper safety measures and technical expertise, it can result in tragic consequences, including loss of life. In rare instances, tire bursts can occur, leading to injuries or fatalities when rims hit individuals nearby. Unfortunately, such an incident claimed the life of one of the vulcanizers in the state, underscoring the importance of prioritizing safety protocols in this line of work.
So, the center I feel for road now, the person still make a manage and reach where you see vulcanize. No saying a problem when they cause. If for I feel the pump and no go reach the thing when supposed to reach, thing feel boss, wound the person or cause problems.
Danger is that when tire weak, you cannot pump it excess. Tire get normal temperature, PSI, which is pressure index. If you pump tire excess, tire will burst. So I know how I do my job. Instead of me to pump 120, 130, I do it 90.
And the worst part of it, from the mistake, for them that the customer the cause. When they tell them say the tire is bad, okay, so just manage them for them. You can pump the tire started blows. So not our fault.
Despite the modest remuneration they receive for their work, vulcanizers highlight that they incur significant expenses on materials essential for their job, notably fuel for their air pumping machines. While fuel prices may not be exorbitant, the cumulative cost can be bothersome considering their limited earnings from the job.
Our colleague died, that be there, and the pump and the thing boss scattering head. So this is our job. No days say government go green now, bring like machines where they use the pump the tire to bridge down so that if you boss no go one person.
I need help. I need tires in this workshop. I need tires so that I can help my life. You know, don't have much tire here. So what I need is tire for this shop. Any idea? I will give the return after everything.
When the tire is bad now, it's just pumping. And the new tire is pumping out 140, 130. But when the tire goes, pump at 70.
As they mourn and pray for the soul of their colleague to rest in peace, they are appealing to the government at all levels to come to their aid and support them. They request assistance in form of grants to alleviate their hardships amidst the prevailing economic challenges. Ajibade Praise, Trust TV News, Owerri.
Now moving on. Amidst prevalent issues with electricity supply in the country, electricity consumers in Nigeria's capital Abuja have expressed frustration over disparities in power distribution linked to the categorizing of customers into different bands. In interviews with Trust TV, some consumers voiced their dissatisfaction, highlighting that despite paying significant amounts for electricity units based on their band classification, they do not receive the minimum hours of supply commensurate with their expenditure. Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail reports.
As per the existing electricity tariff categorization, Band A customers are guaranteed 20 to 24 hours of electricity supply daily. Band B subscribers receive a minimum of 16 to 20 hours of power supply, while those in Band C are allocated 12 to 16 hours daily. However, many electricity consumers in Abuja report that they do not receive power supply in line with their designated bands.
There is no specific hour because they flash on like a traffic light. They just flash lights, you go, small time they go bring them. So it's very hard to calculate, say this is the number of hours I getting light. Previously, the amount I used to buy before, they will last longer for me. But when I buy now, it doesn't last like the ones for instance, if I buy a unit of 2,000 naira, it lasts like some days, like 1 week or something like that, depending on what I'm using. But now, if you buy, you know, they even reach 3 days, 2,000 never even reach days it will finish. That's my own experience.
Definitely, I'm from Band A. And the issue of electricity is something that, well, we don't have anything to say, and whatever we see, we take it like that. But light is not definitely constant. Light is not constant, because right now, as I'm talking to you, since this morning, 3 o'clock this morning, they take light. As they take light, up to now, we never see light. It depends. Sometimes, when they give us light, we used to enjoy it like 8, 10 hours sometimes. And sometimes it's 5 hours, sometimes it's 3 hours, sometimes it's 7 hours. So it depends. Even when there's no light like this, even the things that we used to put on fridge, some used to spoil. So I feel bad. And definitely, as Band A, I'm supposed to enjoy light. And there's no light. I'm not enjoying it the way I'm supposed to.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has mandated all distribution companies to automatically demote any Band A feeder that fails to meet the minimum requirement of 20 hours of power supply per day for 7 consecutive days. Consequently, many residents are urging electricity distribution companies to fulfill their obligations and validate their charges.
Sure, if they have something to do to reduce the money, we need that, or to get the light, to know that we are enjoying something that we are paying for.
Myself around here, we enjoy relatively between 10 and 16 hours of electricity, depending. You know, there are some days you get up to 12. There are some days you get up to that 16. You know, for Band B people, which I'm part of. You know, but comparatively, we are being shortchanged sometimes.
NERC previously approved an increase in the electricity tariff for Band A customers from approximately 66 naira to 225 naira per kilowatt hour for the various distribution companies in the country, marking a 240% increase. However, it is evident that authorities in the electricity sector must take decisive actions to rectify the numerous discrepancies in tariff classification and improve electricity supply nationwide. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Moving on, the National Examination Council has rescheduled the 2024 National Common Entrance Examination into Federal Unity Colleges and the Entrance Examination into Federal Government Academy, Suleja. The Council, in a statement by AG Directorate of Information and Digital Communication, Aziz Sani, said the rescheduling of the 2 examinations was due to low enrollment of candidates. He said the National Common Entrance Examination, which was earlier scheduled to hold on the 20th of April 2024, will now hold on the 1st of June 2024. Sani said entrance examination for gifted and talented children into Federal Government Academy Suleja, earlier scheduled to hold on the 4th of May 2024, will now hold on the 25th of May 2024. The statement urged all candidates, parents, guardians, schools and relevant stakeholders are therefore enjoined to take note of the new dates for the examination. On the foreign scene, Cameroon has opened a museum in honor of one of its oldest and most influential kingdoms. The building architecture pays homage to the emblem of the Bamon, a double-headed snake, a spider, and a mounted gong. Over 10,000 artifacts, most of whom century-old objects of art, are housed near the royal palace of the Bamouns. The king of Nabil Mbono Njoya, the 20th ruler of the Bamouns, inaugurated the museum alongside Culture Minister Pierre Ismail Badong Mpat. The Bamon Kingdom is one of the oldest in sub-Saharan Africa. Still on the foreign scene, the Palestinian Health Ministry under Hamas control reported a grim milestone on Monday, revealing that the death toll in Gaza from ongoing Israeli attack has surged to 33,797. Now, according to the ministry, within the past 24 hours alone, 68 Palestinians lost their lives, while 94 others suffered injuries. These tragic figures contributed to a total of 76,465 injuries since the onset of the Israel-Hamas conflict on October 7, 2023. As the conflict continues to exert a heavy toll on both Palestinian and Israeli communities, the international community is urged to prioritize efforts towards de-escalation and a lasting resolution to the long-standing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Now moving to the world of sports, the Nigeria Football Federation, Ajax and Real Betis have sent birthday greetings to Super Eagles legend Finidi George, who clocked 53 years on Monday. The NFF and the European clubs sent their wishes via their X handles. Finidi was assistant to Portuguese coach Jose Peseiro at the Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. He was part of the Super Eagles squad that won the 1994 AFCON in Tunisia. The former right winger scored the decisive goal in the 1-1 draw against Algeria that sealed the 1994 World Cup tickets for the Eagles. Aside the 1994 World Cup, he represented Nigeria at the 1998 World Cup edition in France. With that, we've come to the end of news updates on Trust TV. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles. Thanks for watching. I am Lilian Ogazi.